Hello everyone, welcome back to the Strawberry Lily channel. I really need to film this video right now or else I may never get to it. Today we're going to go through my empties bin for the past, I don't really know how long, to be honest. I haven't been keeping track. Probably like 3 months or more at least. Yeah, I haven't filmed an empties in a while, it feels like. Honestly, empties videos don't tend to get a lot of views on my channel, at least. I don't know if that's my fault that I don't make them exciting enough, but it's kind of weird because I know for me and a lot of you have told me in the comments that makeup empties are one of your favorite types of videos to watch, but I'm just saying I don't see it reflected in my view count. That's why I don't do it that often. But this time I thought it would be good timing because I happen to have a couple of really out of the norm empties, out of the regular products that I usually just rotate through over and over again. There are some interesting new ones in here this time. So in no particular order, let's just start off with the Shuamura sponge cleaner. I lost track of how many years I have had this, but this originally came as just a free gift with purchase for one of the, I believe it was probably one of the 500 milliliter bottles of the Shuamura cleansing oil that I used to purchase back in the day, but now I don't anymore because I have found much more affordable and quite frankly more effective alternatives. But yeah, this was quite a sizable sample that came with one of those orders that was over 10,000 yen, 120 milliliters in here. So I have been using this alone to clean my sponges for the past several years. So I would say I got pretty good mileage out of this. Would I go out of my way to actually purchase this with my own money though? I'm gonna have to say no, because a sponge cleaner is a sponge cleaner whether you slap Shuamura on it or whether you get it from Daiso. I would rather get it from Daiso for just a fraction of the cost, but we had a good run, so thank you very much to this one. Next up, again in no particular order, this one should come as no surprise, the Etuse Face Edition Primer for oily skin. This is just my usual face primer that I like to go to that is semi-mattifying, but it also gives you a really nice brightened effect. It comes off as a pink color, so it will give your face that extra brightened pinky glow. And I'm already like halfway through a new bottle, so that tells you how much this is a staple in my routine. Next, I have quite a few tubes of my favorite lip cream of all time. This is the matcha cream from Mentholatum. I could have sworn I had 3 in here, but maybe not. Oh, here it is. Yeah, I go through these like water, especially in the winter months when it's particularly, my lips and the rest of my body really is particularly dry. And as you can see, I use it up all the way until the last drop. I scoop in there as best as I can. You can see there's still some stuck in there because the container has like these weird spokes that the product just gets trapped in, so this is the most that I can empty it. Believe it or not, even though this green tea flavor has been discontinued for quite some time, I'm still able to find these from time to time on Amazon. So as long as I can keep finding them, I will keep purchasing them, even though they're obviously way more marked up now from the original price. But I can't even lie, as long as it's available, I'm gonna keep purchasing. So next, I don't think any one of my empties videos would be complete without one of these. The My Lash mascara. This is my favorite mascara of all time. It's a tubing mascara, so it has like little fibers that grab onto your lashes and you can keep building longer and longer lashes the more layers that you put on. It's really, really good for that elongated manga lash effect. And especially if you have itty bitty lashes like me, it's very good at building like really stiff elongated lashes because of the fibers that attach to your natural lashes. I don't know, it sounds weird, but it's really helpful if your natural lashes in particular are very weak and short. This can really give them that like bold appearance. And I love the wand as well. The official name is Opera My Lash Advanced, so I'll link this below in the description as always if anyone is interested. Next, I have a brown liquid liner from Immortals. I got this with one of my Shein orders. I don't remember exactly how much it was, but I think it was only 500 something yen, so it was quite a bit more affordable than the typical Japanese drugstore eyeliner that I would find over here. So yeah, it was pretty good. It got the job done and it lasted me a really, really long time. I wouldn't go out of my way to purchase this again just because I would have to order from Shein. So I would only purchase it if I happened to have another big Shein order that I could tack it onto. Otherwise, why go through the hassle? I would just buy something local with one of my coupons. This is a really good affordable option for you, especially if you're like outside of Asia maybe and you don't have access to a lot of Asian brands. All the C beauty brands, really, they carry a lot of good like eyeliners and tear bag liners and things like that at an affordable price. But yeah, this was one of those deals where it felt like it would dry out from time to time, but then once I left it there for a while, just sitting upside down in a container, if I just left it there for a couple of days and I went back to it, all the ink would collect at the bottom and it would work again for like another 2 weeks. So watch that happen now, actually, as I'm trying to do an empties video. Oh, see? Look at that. Empty where? Okay, you know what? I might as well take this out of the empties box while there's still product in there. So I'm going to recall this and maybe we'll revisit it again in another empties video once it truly dries out. Oh, this next one is a very bougie empties. So this was the YSL Love Shine Candy Glaze. I cannot remember these names for the life of me. Lip gloss, lip balm, cream, whatever, in number 2. And this was given to me by a friend. As you can see, I used it all the way up. I even went in there and scooped out every last bit. I love the scent on these. It smells like fresh peaches. The formula I mentioned before, I do really enjoy. I feel like it plumps out my lips really nicely and it clings to the lips nicely without feeling heavy or sticky. Ooh. But the only thing is that I find it looks best only on the first application. If you try to reapply this over and over throughout the day, it starts to get gloopy and weird. And in my case, at least, I found that this made my lips peel like crazy. So I don't know exactly what ingredients they're putting in this, but it's not quite the perfect lipstick for me. I mean, especially when you consider the expensive price point, I really would hope that there would be minimal to no issues with it whatsoever. But, you know, there is the slight issue of the fact that it just kind of devolves every time you reapply throughout the day. I would reconsider repurchasing again in the future if I happen to come across it and I'm in the mood maybe, but yeah, I can't say I'm 100% satisfied. I'll say like 90%. Okay, the next item, this one is also very rare for me, but it is a nail oil pen. I don't think I've ever had a nail oil pen as part of my empties before. Usually I always tend to like lose them, or yeah, basically lose them before I end up finishing. I have no idea what brand this is. It says Botanical ST Gelaris Aroma Cuticle Pen. As you can see, it is completely empty. I pushed out every last drop of oil in this thing, although there's still a slight bit of residue left on there, so let me just give it one last hurrah. Speaking of nails, this is so off topic, but I just have to get this off my chest. Sometime months ago now, I was using wooden chopsticks, like these, you know, these disposable chopsticks, and I feel like this tiny splinter got into my the cuticle of my ring finger on my right hand, and I feel like it got embedded in there to the point where now it's inside the flesh, or it's under the skin, but I can feel it. Like every time something pushes up against this area, there's like this sharp pain. It's very slight, but it's definitely a different kind of pain from if I push on any of my other cuticles on my other fingers. It's been driving me insane. I have half a mind to take an X-Acto knife and slice open my finger at this point, or every time I go to the nail salon, I'm secretly hoping for them to accidentally cut too much on this cuticle, if you know what I mean. Like, if anybody has any suggestions, please let me know, because I'm going insane. I think it's inside my finger or underneath the skin by this point, because it's been months and I didn't notice it at the time. Like, I felt a tiny prick, but I didn't think that the splinter actually went inside my finger. Is there a way to request surgery or an x-ray or something? Can they even detect something that small at the doctor's office? If it's at all possible, I might seriously look into getting some sort of like mini surgery, or I don't even know what that would be called, done, because I cannot live like this. Like, for the most part, when I'm writing or using utensils or whatnot, I rest the utensil, the pen or whatever, onto my middle finger, so I guess most of the time it's fine. But sometimes I do need to rest things on my ring finger, or something will just bump into it and it just sets off that weird, distinct needle-like pain that drives me crazy. Okay, anyway, I'm done talking about this, but If anybody has any information, please let me know, because I might actually go insane. This could be my real undoing. This tiny little invisible splinter from a wooden chopstick that I used like 3 months ago. And last but not least, I have this Dr. C Labo Aqua Collagen Gel Super Sensitive EX. I feel like this brand has several lines, but this is the light pink one. I'm a little bit sad to see this go, honestly, because this is a really nice collagen gel that you can get from just the Japanese drugstore. It is a bit on the pricey side, but you can use coupons on it, or at least in my case, when I go to Sundrug, which is my usual drugstore that I frequent, I can use my 15% off coupon that they give to us every week. But yeah, there's still a tiny bit left on the sides, so you can see it's just this clear jelly white texture. So this is technically for your face, and it's great as a regular just collagen cream. You can leave it on overnight, but one of my biggest life hacks is to actually use this on my hands. If I find my hands in a really sad, like dry, crackly state, which I'm happy to report hasn't happened so far this year, but definitely in past years during the winter, my hands have been definitely some of the biggest victims to the winter dryness and cold. So yeah, if you have really dry, itchy hands, and it seems like no matter which hand cream you use, no matter how many creams you put onto them, you just can't seem to get any moisture to stay in there, try this Dr. C Labo Aqua Collagen Gel on them, and I promise you it will be like the difference between a dried up prune and a big, shiny, juicy, ripe muscat grape. I'll tell you an additional little hack that I use. So this is a hack on top of a hack. Whenever I'm traveling outside of Japan, so I have to pass through either Narita or Haneda airport, obviously, if I'm traveling from Tokyo to a different city, they will typically have this in one of the duty-free shops. They will typically have this, or just any similar collagen cream, at least one, if not several, duty-free shops in both Haneda and Narita. So if I find myself, again, going to the airport on a travel day and my hands happen to be dry and I don't have my favorite hand cream with me, I will just go into one of the duty-free shops at the terminals that carry Japanese cosmetics, and they will typically have samples of these out, and I'll just scoop out a bit and rub it all over my hands, and that will pretty much cover me. You know, make sure that at least my hands are a little bit moisturized. Plain interiors are known for having really dry air as well, so that's just a little life hack from me to you. But yeah, with that said, I think I can wrap this video up now. I went through all the empties that I have on hand at this moment, and I'm excited to finally be able to throw all of this in the trash. Wait, let me pose for a thumbnail. As always, I will list links to all the products that I can find in the description box below if you are interested in any of them. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye!